ask a lot of questions, but it's not defiance, de facto science.
Why do we need science? The world is complicated. Humans have really incredible brains that can process a lot of information. At the same time, human brains also have some glitches. Those glitches are there because we've evolved for survival and reproduction, not necessarily for understanding reality as it is. Let me give you an example. As a child, my dad was visiting his granny. He had a delicious granny-cooked meal and finished with some homemade pecan pie. He loved it. Unfortunately, he had some kind of a stomach virus, and soon after eating the pecan pie, he threw up. Because he ate the pecan pie and threw up soon after, his brain connected the pecan pie to the vomiting. Turns out he had some type of stomach virus. It wasn't the pecan pie that made him sick. Still, to this day, he can't even stand the thought of pecan pie. That's one of many biases our brains have built in. If B happens right after A, our brains assume that A caused B. Sometimes that's true, and sometimes it's not. Survival is more likely if we avoid eating what might be poisonous. Our brains have evolved for survival, not necessarily to see the truth. Here's something interesting. Even if something had been wrong with that pecan pie, and that particular pecan pie caused him to be sick, there's no evidence that future pecan pies will often make him sick. In fact, that's pretty unlikely. So it's irrational to never eat pecan pie again. But there's the human brain's glitch. Trying to keep us alive is more important to your brain than the truth of the situation. Here's a related concept. Correlation does not imply causation. Correlation simply means things are correlated, not that one causes the other. I'm going to simplify a bit, but it means that when one increases, the other increases. Two things can be statistically correlated when one doesn't cause the other. Sometimes it's just a random finding. Sometimes there's a third factor that explains the relationship. Imagine it's July and you go to the pool in the middle of the day. After a few hours, your skin is red and painful. Because you've been in the pool, you might conclude that the pool caused your blisters. In fact, your skin condition is caused by the sun, not by the pool. If you didn't understand the sun and hadn't had experience with it, it would be easy to think something about the pool caused our problem. Our brains have evolved with a bias meant to keep us alive. When you want to find the truth, your cognitive bias can get in the way. Just because an event happens right before another doesn't mean that the first event caused the second. Just because two events often occur together doesn't mean that one causes the other. If you're aware of those glitches, it's easier to overcome them. Stay tuned to future episodes to learn more about natural human cognitive bias and how to overcome it. You can follow De Facto Science on Twitter and Facebook. Please leave a comment, like this video, and subscribe for more science for the real world.
I wanna know the false from the true. I wanna know what's real. Is the answer you gave me evidence-based, or is it just how you feel? I'm not persuaded by emotional rants. I need statistical significance. Everything in this world is made up of matter. I'm just a kid with a curious mind, and that's yours. Show me a study that's double-blind. I ask a lot of questions, but it's not defiance, de facto